But the reality is, we were $17,000 in credit card debt in a 3-month period. It's a little awkward and embarrassing when you're a financial planner and you don't have a plan and you're $17,000 in credit card debt. People would show up in the office and be like, oh, phew, look at that credit card statement. I got like $6,000 on there. And I'd be like, so? Try 17. 3 months ago, 0, now 17. Actually, I didn't say that because we needed them to come back. But that was our financial reality right there. We were financial planners without a plan.
Absolutely. And we want to get to know you tonight, just as you can maybe get to know us a little bit. And we thought a great way to get to know you would be to do a little quiz and to see what you know about finances and relationships. All right, now we're going to focus on women, us women. All right, next question, last question. What percentage of married women have a secret source of money? Us women. Okay? All right.
No man is saying anything right now.
No man?
It's all the ladies that are going to.
All right. Okay. All right, you ready? Here we go, and the answer is?
Bing, 75%. Now wait,
Ouch.
men, focus on me. Do not look right or left. Don't. Mano y mano. Just like physical infidelity in a relationship can devastate it. It takes a lot of work to come back from that kind of issue in your marriage. So can the inability to have clear and honest and open communication about your finances. It will devastate a relationship. Bethany and I were interviewing a couple, and they were telling us about how they had 2 tins on the refrigerator with money. And it was just their fun cash. They each got so much a month, and you could save it, you could do whatever you wanted to with it. Well, he had been saving for a driver, and he had about $500 in there, and he was going down to the club to buy this driver. So he woke up that Saturday morning, went into his tin, and he was missing about $200 out of this tin. So, well, yeah, this is coming. And then, so he says to his wife, I don't know why he even asked, honey, what, $200 is missing here? And she says, well, yeah, there were some things that came up, and you know, I needed that money. What he said to us really set us back, and as a matter of fact, we talked about it that evening at dinner. He said, I felt like she cheated on me. And it was the first person in our interviews with the hundreds, if not thousands of couples that we talked to, that someone actually came at us with that level of, it felt like he cheated on me. Bethany and I were talking about it, and we said it's infidelity. What is it? It's financial infidelity.
So we found that the easiest way to understand your differences is to be able to understand your money personalities. And we've identified 5 money personalities through interviewing hundreds of different people and finding that everybody falls into there's about 5 different categories for people to fall into. And I'm going to quickly go over these money personalities, but before I do, I want to tell you that one of the things we found is that everybody has a primary money personality and a secondary money personality. Your primary money personality is when I go through these, you're going to go, you got me pegged. That's me. Your secondary money personality is when you say, and also a little bit of that. So as I'm going through these, figure out what your primary one is and your secondary one is. The other thing that's great about these money personalities is there's no right money personality and there's no wrong money personality.
So reading out. So, input, I. What is one suggestion that you can bring to Shelby that would maybe be a compromise about eating out?
Maybe you can eat with me.
Oh.
That is true.
I think I just met somebody smarter than that statistical guy right here on stage. God bless Dallas. Good place to start. Okay. Let me maybe help you with some input ideas here. Although inviting her is good, it just kind of doubles the amount of the check. Kind of what we're starting to take away. Okay.
This is reality in our house.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is reality in
great.
your house.
Okay.
And thank you for being honest. We got married later in life compared to a lot of friends. We got married in our late 20s.
I was 32.
Were you 32?
Yeah.
All right. Well, she's older. Anyway, so remember how I told you sometimes I think something and it comes out of my mouth? There's a good example. But I often say to her, did I just say that or did I think it? I can't remember. But we were in the wedding planning phase. Now, okay, Bethany was 32, and she had a lot of years to think about this wedding. And I was 28,
Yeah.
and I had never thought about a wedding. I mean, I figured when I said, would you marry me? And she said yes, and I'm like, seriously? Okay. That's a shocker. My dad owes me $20. But we were talking about the wedding all the time. She would call me with questions, and she'd be like, she'd use colors I'd never heard of. She'd like, I was thinking about some mauve in different areas of the room. And I'm like, I love sushi. Mauve. You're going to have food locations where we can just go? And she's like, mauve's a color. And I'm like, oh, is it purple? So anyways, but what we finally came to is I said, okay, babe, this wedding is important. And I really want to enjoy this process with you, but we're talking about it all the time. So on Friday nights, that's your night. You bring color things and you bring pictures torn out of magazines. Wow. And you bring all that stuff and you can tell me and I'll take it in and you can give me an assignment. Find person for music. I can do that. And so we started meeting consistently, and what happened was we got back to, not that that wasn't enjoyable, because it was awesome. But it gave us the opportunity to talk about other stuff. What we find with couples, when there's a lot of money stress, and there's money stress in this room, no matter who wants to admit it or not, there's one person in the relationship that's just yapping about it all the time. And the other person is like, really? Because when you brought that up 20 minutes ago, I didn't know how much could change in that 20 minutes. Can we watch the game?